Edith?
Augury! Does this mean you're finally ready for me to find you a love match?
No, Edith, it means I have received your proposals.
Ooh, what did you think?
I asked for one concept. This is 6.
I know, I just couldn't make up my mind. Helping people fall in love on stage so everyone else can watch and be inspired to find their own perfect match. I can't think of a better way to serve the goddess of love and bring her light to the masses. You came to the right cleric for a dating show.
Obviously, I did not, since you couldn't follow simple instructions.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I got excited. Which one's your favorite, though?
Well, I can tell you one that I hate. Too holy to handle.
What's wrong with that one? You put a bunch of hot singles together, wait for them to start picking favorites and getting interested, and then reveal that they can only hook up if they both pledge themselves into the service of the same god.
Why would anyone chain themselves to both another person and a deity at the same time? Either option is bad enough on its own.
Not only does everybody get to fall in love, but they also find purpose. It's beautiful.
No, that one is off the table. My investment is in funding a religious dating show.
Fine, maybe we can revisit that one in a future season.
To give you some credit, this second one wasn't so bad.
Ooh, 90-day melee. I thought you might like that one.
My only question is, why do you think sparring for 90 days with the same opponent should cause anyone to fall in love?
Have you ever watched two attractive people fight up close? When their sword hilts cross and they're right up in each other's faces? When one of them pins the other one up against a wall and tilts their chin up with the flat of their blade so they can growl out a threat in a low voice? Whew, I'm giving myself goosebumps.
Intentionally creating sexual tension with combat. It's not bad, but I think this other concept does it better. Married at first fight.
Yes, we place all the contestants into an arena. They fight to the death using their weapon of choice. The last 2 people standing get legally married right there on top of the corpses of the defeated. It's pretty gruesome, but it would certainly put butts in seats.
This is by far the most entertaining concept you've delivered, I must say. Even I'd watch this one.
The only thing is that one needs a gladiator arena, and I was thinking that might be over budget.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. What about this one then? The barbarian.
Okay, the idea here is that everyone signs up to date one highly eligible barbarian. They go on dates, sometimes one-on-one, sometimes in groups, and at the end of every show, the barbarian rages for their favorites. At the end, she picks which one to propose to by giving him the final rage.
She? Wouldn't that be the barbarianette?
Seems weirdly binary, but you're the producer.
Well, which one is your favorite then?
What did you think about Love is Blinded or Deafened? We cast blindness deafness on all the contestants right before their dates, so they have to judge their compatibility based only on, I don't know, touching each other or something. Because I guess if they're deafened, they can't really have a conversation. Huh. Maybe I didn't think this one all the way through.
Also, blindness deafness only lasts 1 minute. That's a short date.
Okay, fine. That one's bad.
Not as bad as this last one, though. Law Island.
What's wrong with Law Island? A bunch of sexy singles explore some ancient ruins, do research in libraries, and learn more about the history of the land.
Yes, but where does the dating come in?
Just put them in skimpy clothes and give them free alcohol. The lore will be boring enough that they'll do the rest on their own.
I think it needs to be the barbarian, then. Do you know any eligible berserkers for the role?
Unfortunately, no. Those types don't often come into my temple seeking my matchmaking services. Do you?
Actually, I might know a prison guard who's been looking for a change of pace. Or get in touch.
Wonderful. I'm so excited. I think this is going to be a smash hit. Now, let's talk logistics. I was thinking we really need a great host to pull this off. And of course, all the dates have to be really flashy. Like, maybe they go to a private dinner on an airship. Or they get romantically serenaded by a famous troubadour who sings just for them.
I think you might be forgetting that the only purpose of me funding this show is to launder money for my smuggling enterprise. It doesn't actually need to be a commercial success. In fact, I'd prefer it not draw too much attention, which is precisely why I came to you.
That's a really hurtful thing to say, Augury. But it's still a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to proving you wrong. By the way, if you change your mind about being single, I met this weird little necromancer. She's annoying, but I think she could be very discreet.
Edith, we have been over this. If you try to matchmake me one more time, I will have you quietly murdered in your sleep. I'll send the barbarian your way. Good night.
What a grouch. She's gonna need somebody with a thick skin.